It's Oxshoe Pond. So that's 3.4 miles. And it took me 2 hours. Exactly. Let's show you around the campsite. It's about 6 o'clock, 6:30. This is the Oxshoe Pond Leanto campsite. Beautiful pond. Weather was beautiful today. I'm going to use the shelter because it's supposed to start raining early tomorrow morning. Today was 70 and sunny. Beautiful. There's a very slight breeze. It's supposed to get colder tonight. But, and then the rain's supposed to start. Supposedly 90% chance of showers. So I did find an area close to the lean-to that is not marked no camping. I was able to string up the hammock. There were two trees that were, it's a little tight. Be good if they were a little further apart. But that's what we got to work with. So I hadn't strung the tarp up before. So this is the War Bonnet Cloudburst tarp. It's got doors on the end, okay, which actually you can rope out, and which I'll do tonight before I go to bed, and that will help keep the rain out. And you can see I've got the additional poles that help spread the hammock, the tarp, so that the hammock has more clearance. There's doors on both ends. Those doors were closed. These doors are open. And then you can see the hammock inside. And the sock is over the hammock. So the hammock is actually inside the sock. So the sock provides some additional insulation and protection from the wind and the elements. And below I have a footprint, which is just a small tarp put on the ground so that you don't get condensation coming up from the ground onto the bottom of the hammock. There's a zipper here, which gives access to the second layer, and you can see my Climate Static 5 pad in there. I don't have an underquilt, so sleeping with a pad. Now this is the first time out doing this, so we'll see what it's like. But you can see this tarp has plenty of clearance underneath. It's really nice. The spreader bars really make a difference, and this tarp was made for this hammock. The workmanship on all three, on the tarp, the hammock, the Ridge Runner hammock, and the Spindrift Spindrift sock, are really great. I mean, everything's really well engineered and everything. I had to kind of jerry rig the tarp setting up the tarp. I just had some small bungee cords that I got, and I kind of jerry-rigged them up. I'm sure I don't have the right knots or anything like that. There's probably a better way to do it. I'm sure the ridge line is not run correctly, but this is the first time out. I'll see how it works. I'll do a little more investigation and research, and then that'll hopefully improve the next time around. But I'm really pleased with the setup. We'll see how it sleeps tonight. I'm not planning on going anywhere tomorrow, so I guess I'll sleep in and really see how comfortable it is. Hopefully it's as comfortable as it looks. So that's my sleep setup. War bonnet, Ridge Runner hammock, bridge hammock, double layer. War bonnet spindrift sock, and the war bonnet thunderfly tarp, which is made for the Ridge Runner hammock. And I have a sleeping bag in there that I'm using in addition to the pad. So we'll see how that goes too, because I don't have a top quilt either. That's why part of the reason why my pack was so heavy and full. But that's the way it is, first time out. We'll just see how, hopefully everything works right, even though it was heavy bringing it in and so on. Oxshoe Pond, Pharaoh Lake Wilderness. Fortunate enough to have this campsite to myself. There's a lean-to here and a privy, outhouse, and so I got all the comforts. So camp is pretty well set up. I just need to take care of water, and let's see if I can get a little firewood together, and then cook dinner. Took me a while to get the hammock and the tarp and everything set up. I had to figure it all out. The hammock I had figured out, but the tarp I hadn't put up. Down that path, there's two nice areas for camping, which designated no camping. There's one behind me on the other side of the lean-to that's also designated no camping, but there are arrows pointing to a designated campsite, and go through those trees there, and there's a creek to cross on these two logs, which I wouldn't even attempt with my pack, it's so heavy. But it looks like there's a rise of ground that overlooks the pond, and you can camp there. There's actually a fire ring and everything there. So if I come back in here with less stuff and in better condition, I would probably camp there. It's actually probably nicer than the lean-to.